Happy New Year! Happy New Year, happy 2026. Lovely, lovely to see you all here, especially the people that are on the chat bit. You do have to be signed into your Google account to do the actual chat. And if you would like to, it'd be lovely to see you there. But it's lovely to see all the friends' names up on there. So hi to June and Marjorie, Sandra, Sarah, Shirley, Glynis, Di, Tiggy, Viv, Martine, Julie. Happy New Year to every one of you. Not the card we're going to do, but I thought I'd just show you that one because Happy New Year. This was a card that we did in the workshop just before Christmas. And everybody had the Happy New Year sentiment as a free gift. So that's what goes on in our workshops. However, that's not what we're going to do today. What we're going to do today is our January card kit. Now, many of you have been with me before will know that every month on the first Sunday of every month, we launch a card kit. And the card kit is literally what it says, apart from glue. Mostly everything else is there, all your card, all your embellishments, and the die or stamp or ink or whatever it is that you need in order to make the card kit. And of course, we start off with January with a super duper one, and I'm going to show you all about it. So let me just first show you the notice pad. So let me just make sure that you are all absolutely on focus, which I think you are now. So the January card kit features the Star Time background die, which I will show you in a moment. It also features the random birthday die, which is the die cut of it is included in your kit, but the die itself is not. And so therefore, if you do wish to purchase that, that is available separately. Whilst I'm there, we'll just remind you that back in stock are the beautiful resin butterflies that we had just before Christmas. Was going to show you such a thing, but I've put them to one side and so I can't see it. Thought I had one here, sitting here. No, it's flown away. But there are some left, and also pre-orders. The orders for Lattice Focal Easy Frame and the Tornage Rectangle Frame, the pre-orders will close in a few days' time. So if you are keen to get one of those, I would suggest that you pop over and look at that. And possibly, dare I say it, use your gift card, because so many people seem to have been bought a gift card from me for you, which is wonderful, and do take advantage of that, bearing in mind, of course, that if you were to come to any of the workshops, you can use them there as well. Meant to say that to some people. Winifred's saying hi from Queensland, Australia, because it's 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. Well, I hope you couldn't sleep and then thought, I'll watch. I hope you didn't stay up just for us. And I bet if you could, Winifred, if you could pass on a bit of the warmer weather, because we're freezing here. So, yeah. And snuck down the bottom there is 7th of January. This Wednesday is our next YouTube video. Okay. So now let me show you the card. Pop that to one side. This is the card that that is our card kit for this January. So the Star Time die is the background one here. And you will also get a die cut, not the die, of the larger star here, and also the sentiment. This is the random birthday, so that is available to buy separately, but you will get those 3 items cut out. I'll show you in a second with your kit. Now I have done one a completely different color, so I will show you that later on, but this one I've done in the black and golds because I think it makes a perfect men's card, just ideal for that sort of wonderful man in your life, but the one that we're not, we don't know whatever to do for them. And I think this makes a good one. You could, of course, always put in a number on the star or something like that, 21st or something like that as well. It's a 6x6 finished card, but of course, that's the smallest size really that it will do. And then you can go up from there. So Maximumcrafts on the chat line as I call it, on the right-hand side, as I'm looking at it, but underneath it may be for you, the highlighted comments will contain the links to go straight to the website. Okay, so you can go straight over there and order anything, that the pre-orders and all the bits and pieces that I'm showing you. So thank you very much, Maximum Crafts. Lovely to have you here. Happy New Year to you. And yes, it would make a great teenager card, wouldn't it? So yeah, lots of possibilities. And as I said, I'll show you another one later that's completely different and yet the same, if you see what I mean. So what are you going to get in your kit? Let us have a look. So you are first of all going to get this beautiful Star Time background. So what this is it's fitting. It isn't a 6x6, but it fits into a 6x6 card, and it's got a cutout edge. And can you see that little serrated almost? It's or stitched. I'm not quite sure what you call it, but a little line there. Okay, so that will actually cut out the whole square for you. And then you will have in your pack a sheet of black card, a sheet of satin card. I think it's called shimmering. No, it can't be shimmering. I'll have to look that up. I can't remember what it's called, but anyway, more of a matte gold. Then you've got the mirror, which is called glamorous gold. And then you've got a piece of white card. You've got a 6x6 card blank. And then you have an envelope. And in the envelope, you will find pre-cut for you the large black star, which if you look at it again, see if I can catch that. Can you just catch that up here? You've got that stitched edge. There are two sides. One is a neater stitched edge, so try if you can to use that one. And then, as I said, you've got your random birthday, which is already pre-cut. Okay, so you have got everything that you should have in order to make your card. So also I did use, I've introduced these to my inventory there. These are shadow foam pads. The reason why they're called shadow is because they're black. And sometimes when you're doing a card like the one I've done here, so that instead of having foam behind it and it's white, and if you turned it on its side, it really shows a lot, I use these black ones. I don't use many other sizes than these. So these are the long strips, so that they're 10mm wide or 1 centimetre by 150. And then these are the 24 by 24, so an inch by an inch of the squares. Can you just see that? Which is perfect to pop the star on. If you don't have them, obviously it's fine, but I thought I would pop them in for you. So there we go. Right, let us make a start then. So to start off with, we're going to take our black piece of card and we're going to cut out a piece which is 14.5 centimetres by 14.5 centimetres. So let's do that first. Oh, I just realised you didn't see my nails, my Christmas nails, because I've been away forever, haven't I? I've been away forever, it seems like it anyway. I got to show you them. So they should be like this. But I need to change the camera lens to show you them properly. There you are. So we have got snowflakes on these two. We've got Santa on this one. And we've got baubles on those. Isn't she a clever girl? So yeah, my granddaughter thought they were rather wonderful and spent quite some time stroking them, which is basically all I do it for. So yeah, I forgot to show you those. Right, let's go back to the game in hand here. Let me just make sure that that's absolutely in focus for you. So a piece of black card, 14.5 centimetres by 14.5 centimetres. Whilst I've got that out, I'm going to take my matte gold and I'm going to cut this to 14 centimetres by 14 centimetres. So I'm just going to trim that down so that that is ready. Okay, so that's all the cutting that I need to do. Now I need to do some cutting of the dies. So I'm going to take my beautiful star time background and I'm going to take my white piece of card. Oh, if I can pick it up. Doesn't matter which way around it goes. I'm going to use some of my tape just to tape that in place. Now, the way that I've done this does mean that you've got an awful lot of pre-cut shapes, really, so that although you've got enough to make one card here, in actual fact, you've got enough to make 2 or 3 cards if you do them in a slightly different way. I'm just looking at the messages. Can't find the random happy birthday website on the website. Let me just check, because I had a feeling that that disappeared on us. So let me just check if that's it should be. Let me just check. It is now. It is now. Or should be now. Should be now. So let me just go on to, hold on a second. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, I think we're okay again there now, Tiggy. So where have you gone? There you are. I think it should be there now. So the way I'm cutting it out means that you've got enough to make a couple more cards, really. So I'm just running that through my machine. Slowly does it, slowly does it. My machine has been very, very busy and it's feeling a bit sad. So this is the first one that I'm bringing out. Okay. Now on this one, for this card, I don't necessarily want to keep any of the stars. But what I have done for the other pieces is I've got myself a tray and I've got myself a brush here. And I'm just taking out all of those stars, which then clearly are all different sizes. Now, some of them do have, whoops, got a bit of sellotape stuck on there. But some of them do have, like here, half of one chopped off. So if you're going to paper piece them in, you do still need to keep some of them in mind because they have got bits missing, so to speak. Okay, so when I then remove that, you can see that you've got, let's take those last little ones out, some like that, as I say, that sort of got a little bit missing there. So that's the basis of your card. And that one is going to go on top of there. So that then gives you a little bit of a border all the way around and already all the stars filled in. Okay. So I'm then going to pop them away. And I'm then going to take my other piece of black cards. So not the piece that I'd already cut up, the spare piece. Pop that in and then run that through. And I'm going to take another tray and I'm going to do exactly the same. Okay, taking all of the bits out there. The kits are on their way. I was just seen a question there from Eunice. The kits are on their way. We've had a little bit of crisis with my dad again, so they hadn't gone out at the same time as I thought they were going to, but they are now, all the pre-ordered kits are on their way, Eunice. I don't think that the website has been updated though, but that is on my next agenda. But they are all on their way, along with other bits and pieces. So here's all my squares cut out. Now I actually don't want this piece either. So in this case, I want to keep the stars, but I don't need that piece. So that makes a beautiful piece for another time. For example, if I was to put a pinky colour behind it, almost looks red in there, but you can see that that's already a different piece. You can put your coloured card behind it. You can ink a background. So again, it looks quite different in all the different colours. But the piece I wanted for that was these pieces. And I have already done the same with the gold, the mirror. And again, I don't want that piece. So these two are already excess and can be used for other cards. But I do want the stars and the black pieces there. So let me just pop that to one side. So let's grab our card base. As I said, a 6x6 card base. I'm going to put my black mirror, black matte, black layer on there. So let's put that down first. Just seen Gay's here. Happy New Year to you, Gay. I do hope that you had a peaceful time. Shall we say that? A peaceful time at Christmas. And I also just wanted, while I think that Gay was there, that reminded me, I've already heard of a couple of losses of our friends' families over the Christmas and even New Year time. And our hearts go out to all of you. Christmas isn't always the fun time, is it? So yeah. So I've put my black layer down. I'm now going with my satin. And that one's going to go straight on there. What did you all get for Christmas? Did you get lots of craft things? I got some beautiful stamps from my son out in America, who is probably just about to land back there. He went back this morning. Yeah. I love that colour combination. Looks good already, doesn't it? Yeah. Then I'm going to go with this one. Now, there is enough room to be able to make sure that you put it around the very, very edge, because you don't want it lifting up, but also between these stars. And there's plenty of room. You could put some spray glue on it, but there is plenty for you to be able to pop some glue in between. Just random. You'll probably pay more attention to doing it than I would. There isn't a particularly right or wrong, but I'm going with the largest star at the top. And again, that just fits into the middle here, leaving you with a little even border all the way around. Scoop that bit of glue out. Now, before I decide where my star's going to go, where my big star's going to go, I'm going to put some of these back in. So these are the gold, and I've got them creeping around here, the black bits of my stars, just so that they look a little bit different. So I'm going to just put some glue into these. I know that that one is the largest one and it's got a bit chopped out at the top. So I'm going to put that in. I'm going to leave some of them, the satin colour behind, but I also want to make sure that I've got some, different, break it up a little bit. So that bit is also, that's a special one as well. Saw it just now because it's got the bit missing at the top. Let's do a little black one down there. I try to keep them in place to a certain extent. So I've got a nice flat surface there with these trays, and it's a bit easier to pick them out where you want them to be honest. Now I think I want a black piece over here, and again this bit's on the edge, so it's got a little bit missing. So pop that into there. That looks like a good gold, bright gold one. Let's go down here with a black one. Again, this part of it is down to you, really. Whatever you want to do. There's not a right and a wrong of this one. It's whatever, however many. And again, if you've got one with a background, you might not want to do anything. You might not want to have the change done there at all. So that part is up to you. I can always fit a few more in when I've done. But you can see that now, that gives it a slightly different shiny texture and all different textures. Now I know, of course, that my star is going to fit over a lot of this, so I don't want to waste some of them, but I can always add other ones around. So let's just pop that to one side for a minute and grab these pieces. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I've got all the bits out because I can see I haven't. And I'm going to add that. So I'm going to put some glue onto my shiny bit there. And then I shall grab my, I didn't do the turkey with it as well, you'll be pleased to hear. Just pick up so that you've picked as much of the glue up as possible and just pop that all over. And then that goes straight onto the back piece. Sorry, you can't see that there. And I just lay that down. Try to get it into more or less the right position from the start so that it's not in the wrong place. And then I'm going to turn that over so that I can press down properly there. And onto the back of that, I'm going to place tuck them underneath here. Onto the back of that, I'm going to place one of my strips. Chop that there because I don't need it completely. It's 2 mil, so it just gives it enough without too much. Now, before I actually put that into position, I want my star to go into position. And I think that I will have it like I did before at slightly an angle to it. And again, I'm going to remember, as I didn't do, that this has got a proper stitched edge and then not such a clear one. So I want to put the sticky pad on the back. As I said, these are the shadow ones. So I'll put a couple of those on there. Remove that. And then position that slightly. Don't pull that over, so I want it fairly in the middle. There goes that one. Then I'm going to put my sentiment, and again I'm going to put that sort of at an angle like that. Then I'm going to get my gold stars back again, and I want to put in some small ones just about here onto the black. So just a little bit there. Doesn't matter what sizes. Just enough so that it's got a few more little bits. And as I said, we can add another bit of gold there, but you can do any colours. In your kit, you get enough to be able to do one card, the same as I've done, And then from there, you know, the world is your oyster, as they say. I don't want to go mad. I don't want to go mad. I like that little one there. I like that little one to be black. I'll stop, don't worry. Oh, I will stop. They are all different sizes, and so you will find that they will fit in, and if they don't fit in, absolutely, then you've picked up the wrong size. But I think that looks pretty good to me. Now let me show you one that I did which was very similar, but in a completely different colour. So this one, I've chosen a satin pink and then a burgundy, which seems to be in colour at the background there. And then I've got a mirror card pink here as well, which is the one that's really flashing. And I've taken one of the old happy birthday script, and then I've just put that onto a piece of white card there. And clearly not so much for your gentleman then. This is much more so for a lady, but also maybe as I think it was Anne said earlier, teenagers do it in fancy funky colours, and then it can be very much a teenager. But whilst the front is different, the die that you're actually going to get is that beautiful star time background, and it makes such a lovely simple card. So let me just have a look at some questions which I've missed. Piggy, sorry to bother you, can't remember how to use my voucher. Don't worry, I will get back to you. I'll send you a message, Tiggy, so it's not a problem. Don't worry about that. I'll deal with that for you. Hunky dory cutting machine. Oh, I don't know what a hunky dory cutting machine is, so that sounds good. Plus a surprise present, which was my voucher from me. That's really very good then. Which spray glue is best? Well, I use the Scott's one. Hold on, let me get it, but it's not in that package anymore. I do know that. I've very nearly run out, but I've had it a long time. This is the one that I use. It's the permanent adhesive. I understand it comes in a black and gold, I think. Packaging now. It's not cheap, but it works. And that's what I would prefer, to have something that actually works. So that's what I use. Question, when will the January online workshop go on sale? This evening, Julie. I've got it all ready to go, and all those people that have been with me before will get the email out later on this evening. That is, or if not tomorrow. Let's be generous here. Let's say if all of you lovely people have got lots of orders, I'm going to do them this evening so that they can go out to you. And then I will give, first thing in the morning, you'll have that otherwise. Have I answered everything? Yeah. Using the gift card, go to the checkout. There's a box saying discount code or gift card. Enter the number on your gift card here. Hope this helps. Of course it does. Why did I not say that? Why didn't I say it? Yeah, with the gift card, you will have a long 16-digit number. It's not sort of, I think it's even got letters in it. Simply copy that code, put it into your, as Maximumcrafts said, using the gift card, sorry, where it says discount code and gift card, pop it into there and it immediately takes it off. You don't have to use it all. If you say you wanted to spend £10 and you had a £20 one, you would still have that money left on there, and you just copy the code again next time you want to use it and pop it straight into that section which says discount code or gift card. But if you do have any trouble, don't worry, I will be there to help, not a problem. So that's it, our very first card kit for 2026, our very first YouTube live, and I can only say it's a wonderful thing to have you all there for me, which is so lovely. I do hope you've all had a nice time with family, and looking forward to the crafting that's going to be coming your way. So many beautiful things. I would really love to show you and say, oh, what do you think of this? Oh, isn't this wonderful? But all will come in time. All will come in time. I've even got my first workshop next week. So next Saturday, the 10th of October, 10th of January, we're meeting in Selsey. So that will be good. Okay, I'll check things for you, Tiggy. Don't worry. Do not panic. I'll have a look for you. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us. This is a different one, but this is what you will receive in your card kit. So you will have all the elements to make just that. And you will have, as I said, at least these 2 bits left over so that you can make another card or 2 from them. Because as you can see, I've still got plenty of these left. So it is a very versatile pack, I think. I think you will agree. Thank you so much for joining me today. The background die is in the kit. Yes, that is what the kit is. Gail, I think it is, asking. Yeah, that's all of our kits are basically, you get all the card, but the main thing is that you get the die. You do not get you only get the die cuts of these bits that come with it. So there you go. Hold on, I'm just reading a thing. If we sold out of random happy birthday, yes, I will be getting it in, and yes, it will be here in about 2 weeks' time. So if we've missed out on that, I think I've covered everything, but just drop me a line. You can always write it on the bottom because I do look afterwards. So thank you very much. And Happy New Year once again to all of you. Take care, and I'll see you on Wednesday, hopefully. Thank you very much. Bye.